this body-mind, and to just bring a little movement into the practice a little bit. And so we'll root ourselves in the sense doors, right? And I'll just remind us of what the sense doors are. When you see the statues of the statues, right, with sight, hearing, smelling, right? These are our sense doors. And of course there is touch, and this is the way we'll be contacting reality, right, through these sense doors, and as well as the thinking mind, right? This is one of the foundations of awareness that we'll touch on, right? The thoughts. And so we're not really here to examine our thoughts. That would be more like for contemplation practice, or for and we could do some of that, or for even therapy, right? If we go to therapy, we will look into some of our thoughts and kind of, move them around a bit, question them. But here, we're gonna just be aware of our thinking. We'll be aware of our thinking. We'll notice that we're thinking. It will happen. There'll be a lot of thinking going on, right? And we can't stop it. And we probably don't want to waste our energy trying, but we'll notice our thinking. And then how about we'll make this agreement? We'll just bring our awareness really gently back to this, and I mean your body, mind, heart, all the way from the toes, fingers, into the heart, into the organs. Like, we're just really going to take care of, wow, there's a lot of sirens to remind us to take care of this body-mind system. So let's start this together, right? So bringing your hand maybe to your body somewhere, it could be your head or the top of your head or your neck or your heart, really anywhere, to just bring this reminder that I'm taking responsibility to create loving thoughts, loving energies, caring energies in the direction of this mind and body that's been through quite a lot, right? You've been through quite a lot, as have your ancestors, as have your children, your relatives. So let us bring this beautiful caring energy into this body and mind in a way that only we can do for ourselves, right? And so let's just see where our breathing, what it's like right now, just without changing anything. What is our breathing doing? And how am I knowing my breath, right? How am I sensing my breath? And that's for you to experience, right? How am I easily sensing my breath? Is it through, sensation in the belly, sensation in the chest, and all of it's perfect, right? Sensation at the nose or anywhere where I'm feeling the breath. And either with eyes open or with eyes closed, just letting awareness, this amazing awareness, this presence, letting it just sense the breath in some really easy way. And in a bit, we'll start to move with the breath, but let's just see what it feels like to let you accommodate your own breathing. I'm gonna just do a little rocking back and forth with my breath, right? So for me, I'm gonna do a little inhale, rocking my heart forward, and you might like this too. And then exhale, I'm just gonna rock a little bit back. And this is the way I'm getting in time with my breath, right? And that's what we'll do for the whole practice. We'll move with your breathing. You'll move with your breathing, right? So that's the first element, is we're gonna move with the breath. And then we'll hold, right? So let's say I'm rocking forward, we'll just hold. And in this case, let's just open our hands together and just let them rest, palms open for a moment. As if to say to the body mind, here's some time to not do anything. As much as I can, I'm gonna give myself this hour to not do anything, to just be in this caring presence, this bodhisattva presence, this caring, loving presence. Not because I'm a saint, not because I'm enlightened, but simply because it's my nature to be resting in love and compassion. right? And so a hand on the heart is always good, a hand on the body, just if it helps to rest in compassion. Yeah, and just letting awareness move, letting awareness feel into the breath. Good. And as you exhale, just bow the heart forward a little bit as you exhale. And then as you inhale, just lift the heart up. So you're just going to come back up, just a tiny little forward bend. So as you exhale, just bow the heart forward just to where you easily can go. And as you inhale, let the heart rise back up, supported by the breath, that easy breath. Take that once more, just as you exhale, wait for your exhale. And as you feel the natural exhale, just let your front of the body be drawing in and the back of the body be resting, kind of draped over. And just allow a few breaths there in that little bow, feeling how the body supports itself, feeling these sensations. Yeah, and then letting a soft inhale, like a cloud, just kind of float us up, back up. Good. And then if you can, take your feet wide for a moment, right? Into like a wide stance. I'm sitting on the ground, so I've got my feet wide like a straddle. And you could do that. You could have your knees bent, or you can be in a chair with your legs a little wide. And let's just take a little bowing to the side, like a candy cane, like a cane, right? Just bowing a little bit, or like a plant in the wind, just letting your body go to the side. And then in that same way, letting your inhale float you up. Let's go that same way just a few times, right? So we're just gonna let the neck soften, no forcing at all, just a little side bend, and then our breath, your breath floats you up. Yeah, uno más, one more, over here, just one more time. And while we're here just resting with the breath, let's let our exhale just turn our head toward the ground, our nose toward the ground. And then our inhale, we'll just let our nose turn forward or even a little bit upward. And the chin can stay in toward the chest, so the back of the neck is nice and long. Let's do that again. We'll go exhale, turning. And inhale, turning. Once more, we'll go exhale, turning. And inhale, turning. Very nice. You can feel how just the turning of the head moves energy through the whole body. Maybe you can feel that. And then gently up. Just sensing the effects of this simple side bending. Yeah, and just turning the hands palms up again for a moment, and just feeling this non-doing, cultivating this patience with myself, this kindness and patience. Good, and let's go the other way. Exhaling. And then in breath. So the movement is shorter than the breath, right? If the breath is like this, the breath, once I get there, there's a little more breath, ideally, and then the inhale starts and the movement joins with the breath. Let's use our hands, right? So we'll go like this. We'll go exhale, hands wide, or maybe a hand on the leg, and then inhale, we'll let the breath begin. We'll bring our hands together. Let's do that one more time. So we'll go exhaling. Right, always supporting the spine in whatever way you need to, so you feel stable. And so you don't have pain, no pain. There's no need for extra pain, right? Nice and easy. Good. And then inhaling out. Good. Oh, we need to hold. So let's go one more time. We'll go to the side and stay. And now just for the neck to feel the top of the spine. Exhaling, nose down. Inhaling, nose up. You know, maybe there's some gentle seeing, right? Gentle seeing. Not looking for anything, just seeing. Gentle with the eyes moving. Yeah, just staying for a moment. Feeling the length of the neck. Sensation of breathing. And then letting the in-breath, right, draw the body up. And again, just without doing, just being, these qualities of being, loving kindness. May I be happy. Right? May I be happy. May I be healthy. Just a little bit of self-care in this way. May I be free from suffering. May I know joy and the roots of joy. Good. Let's take a little twist now. So you can sit however you like. I'm coming over to a different sitting position just for a change, but let's come into a little turning twist. I'm going to the right. You can go to the right too if you like, but turning your chin over toward the right shoulder. And then inhaling and just turning your chin back to center. Let's take this again, chin over toward the right shoulder. So my gaze is a little bit downward. And then inhale, I can bring my gaze back to center. So we'll include the eyes, right? So we'll take the eyes from here to over there, down and to the right. And then inhale back to center. One more time. Over to the right, and just staying for a few breaths. Just staying. Letting the eyes turn just gently. Good. Now, you know, when you come back to center, let's just do a little movement for the eyes, right? So see if you can bring your eyes up toward the sky without moving the head, just eyes up. And then eyes gently down, right? Just so this is eye movements, and really important for the health of the eyes as well as for the vestigial system. You know, if you've ever had vertigo, you want to take care of the eye-brain connection. So we go up with the eyes, gently, gently, and down with the eyes. Just the eyes. I like to hold my head in place. Just let my eyes go up. My eyes go down. Eyes go up. Eyes go down. Nice and easy. Eyes go up again. Down. One more time. Eyes go up. And down. Good. Give the eyes a rest. Rub the hands. Cup the eyes. Resting. Deep, easy breathing. Nice, a little heat from your hands into your eyes and brain. Good. And then a little rub, maybe the ears. Do you ever squeeze the ears And maybe the cartilage on the ears, give a little squeeze. Good, let's go the other way with the twist. So we'll start with chin a little bit down, and then chin just over and down to the left, and the eyes too, eyes down to the left. Just stay for a moment, just find this little gentle twist. We'll find a little stillness here with the breath, sensation of the breathing. Unless for you, the breathing is maybe makes us nervous sometimes and it's not helpful, then maybe we anchoring with hearing. Maybe that's more relaxing to anchor with hearing, to feel a little stable and safe because of steady hearing, and gentleness. Yeah. Let's inhale the just chin back to center. Exhale, chin to the left. Inhale. Exhale, chin to the left. Inhale back to center one more time. Chin to the left. Stay for a little bit. We're going to move the eyes left to right in a moment. So for now, still eyes down. And then back to center. And let's do eyes right and left, like a painting on the wall, right? The eyes go left, really gently, right? Both eyes to the left, not the head. And then center and over to the right. Just really easy, right? So this is the yoga for the eyes. Center and left, nice and easy. Center and to the right. So you feel maybe into the eye, these eye muscles, nerves and muscles, right? One way. Just go nice and easy, side to side with the eyes. Breathing in and out. And then back to center, rubbing the hands. Let's cup the eyes again, let them rest. Right, so a little warmth. And then just a little rest for the eyes. Breathing in and out. So the eyes are so important. You can probably feel how they could use some daily care. Now, another eye movement would be to bring the eyes around in circles. And maybe we'll do that another time, or you can do it at home, but we'll just let the eyes rest for now. So we did up and down, we did side to side, we could do we sort of did diagonals when we were twisting. And then we could do circles too. Maybe we will in a little bit. Yeah, so just rubbing your jaw this time. Little rubbing of the jaw. Good. Now let's take our hands out to the sides, right? Just a little bit out. Ooh, wrong way. This way. To the sides. Yeah. And let's just make some little circles out toward, if you have walls, toward the walls. Like you're washing the windows. Just give a little care for the shoulders. And then pause. We'll go the other way. Breathing through the nose. Now with our hands, palms out, let's give a little push. So go like this. Inhale, push. arms wide. And then exhale, just pull them back in close. Feeling your belly go in, right? So breathing in, opening up, breathing out, just coming close. Just good for your shoulders to get, and your shoulder blades, right, squeezing together. So go out and in. One more time, just wiggling the fingers. Go out. Oh. And in. Good. Now let your hands rest. Let them just rest. And let's just let the shoulders go up and down. So we'll just go shrugging and lowering. Could do this. Stretching your tongue. Now go a little faster, not with your tongue, but just breathing as you naturally. Good. And then just let the shoulders rest. Just let them rest, maybe palms open. Good. Now let's come really slowly up to standing, and we'll do a little balancing and lifting. I'm going to just tell you here because I don't know how well you'll hear when I'm standing, but we'll do lifting the knee first and just put the foot back down so we could hold on to something. But first let's stand and just feet, really sense into the feet and all the way up, right? So I'll see how I can do this. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. So we're just gonna go like this, knee up and then down, right? But first, just standing. Sorry, I know you can't see my face, but it'll be okay. Just feeling the hands and the feet. You know, not rushing, but really to sense if my body has roots, how best to root the body so that there's real connection to the earth. Right, the soil underneath, the rocks underneath, the wood underneath, the minerals underneath, you know, listening, feeling through the feet. And then how about just a few steps forward and a few steps back, meditative, mindful walking. So just a little bit of 1, 2, 3. Just feeling into the legs. And then we'll go back the way we came. Just 1, 2, breathing nice and fully, and 3, back to standing. Let's do that again. So we'll just go 1, really feeling the whole way, feet and knees. 2, I have a tree I can hold on to, it's very nice. And 3, because even walking, right, it demands a certain balance. Let's go backward, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Now just the knee in a moment, once we feel nice and stable. And the hands could be on the hips, right? Where we can, good, I just want to make sure I'm So connected. Good. We can have the hands just resting, but we'll take one knee up and then lower it back down. Right, foot back down. Let's do that same leg again. Right, so we'll do just hanging, right? This is just hanging. And back down. Right, you could hold on if you like. Now, what about this? Could it extend a little bit? Here we go, bend again. Right, just and extend. One more time. You could hold on, right, with both hands. Just extend. Good. We're going to put the foot down and don't shake out the legs. Try just standing. Breathing. Feeling through the sense doors. Seeing, hearing, feeling, some thinking, maybe. Notice what thinking feels like. Not the thoughts themselves, but what does it feel like when the thoughts are active? What does it feel like? And what does it feel like to get, drawn into the thoughts, right? Versus to just be aware of them. Let's try the other leg, right? So we'll start with lifting the knee. The other knee, we'll just let it float up. This is a little hard for me. Right? Yep. And then lowering. It's not a very good angle for me, but I do it this way. Yeah, so lifting and lowering. You have to do it your own way, right? Just lifting and then extending and bending. Right? Extending and bending. Extending one more time. And then back to standing. Just standing, yep. Good. Now how about let's bend the knees and just sit a little bit. Yeah, you could have your hands here, or here, or here. Right? Yeah, let's push with both legs. And sit low again. Right, feel the feet. The feet nice and wide, steady. Both sides of the feet. Toes and heels. Comfortable feet, right? Nice spread out feet. Feeling feet. Inhale. One more time. Sitting, sitting. Now what if we could put up one foot on top? How about, I'm going to hold on, but how about a little cross-legged seat? Yeah, and then we come up. We try the other side. Let's try one more time. Rest first. Just letting these energies kind of integrate, letting the body really receive. Let's try it one more time, right? Sit. You don't have to do the crossing, but you could. A little crossing over. Coming up. Crossing over the other way. Good, just standing. Deep breaths. Now, what about going up on your tiptoes, right? Where you go inhale, go up on your tiptoes, on your toes, right? All the way up. So you go, and then down. I have to go way back here for you to see my toes. Okay, we go up on the tiptoes, right? Up on the tiptoes, and down on the heels. Try it again. Up on the tiptoes. Whoa. And then back down. Just pausing for a moment. Oh, awareness of hearing, right? Awareness of thinking. Awareness of feeling. Awareness of seeing. Let's take a little bow forward. Let's come up nice and easily again, lifting, letting the heart inhale, draw the heart up. Keeping the neck nice and long, bowing, relaxed, long neck. And inhaling out. One more time, bowing forward. Just staying for a few breaths. Easy breathing, awareness of thoughts, just letting them be, awareness of breathing, sensation. If you can, from here, come down to a little squat, right? So if you can bend the knees and balance on the toes, even with your heels on the floor or off the floor, just try a few breaths, if it's okay. I know it's not for everyone. And then we're going to come back up, right? We're going to come all the way up and lift the heart again. So let's go to the side. I'm going to move my camera because it's a little funny here. I'm just going to go over here a little bit. And then we're going to do a little more standing. So we'll go side to side. So let's stand nice and stable. And we're going to go stepping out to the right or the left, you decide, wherever you have some space. And then the other leg goes off the ground. So it's like a wheel, kind of like a wheel or a star reaching out, balancing on one leg. So good, right? You feel it in the hips. I know it can be painful if you're having some hip trouble, so you have to take it nice and easy. Coming back. We'll go the same way a few times. So we'll go in breath. And out breath. Let's try it again. See what it's like to come out really slowly. And then to hold. You can bend your standing leg a little bit. Let's come really slowly up. And then we'll just stand nice and even. Right, breathing all the way from the ground up. Right, really absorbing breath. We'll go the other way. Ready? And then inhale. You could bring your arms all the way overhead as you come back to 2 feet. And we'll start to get our hands up overhead for a bit to benefit the arms and shoulders, the head, neck, and chest, right? You can feel the shoulders squeezing as the arms are overhead. And then we can hold. We can bend that standing leg, maybe. And we're gonna come really slowly up. Maybe you're gonna come really slowly up. We're just being really calm and easy here. We're practicing calm and easy. Let's go side to side a bit. Practicing calm and easy. Practicing calm. You can bend in the middle, bend the knees in the middle. Really opening up to the day, to the sun. And then coming back inward, right? Coming back inward with the breath. Exhaling, maybe even bowing the head. And letting this all be very easy and slow. Now let's also, after we've gotten our fill of this side bending, and by getting our fill, I mean, have we really gotten into the sensations of the hips and pelvis enough? Maybe for today we have, but let's see if we can do some of this in the days to come. This pose is called Ardha Chandrasana in the Sanskrit. Half moon pose, it's sometimes called. But it's very nice. Let's sit low as we turn our toes a little outward. So we'll just turn our toes just a little bit outward. We'll sit low, right, in kind of a seated stance. And we can have our hands at our heart, but we're not going to bend forward or back too much, just straight down. We'll sense the knees and the feet. We'll let the tailbone draw low. And then we'll just come really slowly back up. Good. So one more standing posture. Oh yeah, we have time. Good. Let's take one more standing posture. So we'll step forward and bring the other leg behind us. Just sensing into the lower spine, the hips, the knee, standing legs. And similarly here, we could bend the standing leg. And then we'll come up to stand 2 feet. Let's try the other side. But let's let our breathing relax before we go forward. So we'll take as much time as we need to let our breath resolve into this nice regulated place. And then we'll step forward on one foot. All right, so we'll go. The heart draws forward to help balance. We'll keep the shoulders and hips level to each other. We could bend the standing leg. And we'll just let our belly and our chest breathe. And then when we're ready to, we'll let an inhale bring us up. We'll just find some stillness again. Letting thoughts be thoughts. Good. Now, let's work our way back down. You could come down through a squat or through a forward bend. Right? Maybe bringing the hands to the ground and coming to a squat. Good. And then let's come to seated again. Yeah. Let's come on down to seated. But this time, if you can you put one leg forward and the other one bent? I got it this side. There we go. Okay, good. So let's see if we can have this foot, one foot flat and one leg long. And we're just going to feel this foot flat on the ground for a moment, because we're bringing our knee up, right? And our foot flat if we can. We'll just sense into the hips as we sit here. You might need this knee bent. Good. And then let's just take a little forward bend. Just a little bit of heart over the legs. And then lifting the heart. We're just hugging this knee a little bit in whatever way you can. Just a little hug of the knee. And coming up. And you might need to be sitting on a pillow to do something like this. You don't have to go far forward. You can see just a little bowing. Just feeling the legs plugged into the hips. And finding in a position like this, just finding that amount of effort that is really mild, very mild. Put a forward bend with one long leg, one knee bent. Feeling that length through the lower back. And then let's come slowly up and we'll do a little switch. Bending the other leg. It looks like someone, Sandy wants to come in. Yeah, so we'll do a little switch and we're going to just bend. So the key here is really this bent leg. And if doing this like this is not possible, you could lie on your back and squeeze your knee toward your chest, and that would be just fine too. This is a little different in that we're trying to feel the hip on the ground, like really feel this long leg hip on the ground, and this knee we're kind of squeezing. And some people who are really flexible, they kind of want to reach around like this. But I don't need to do that, but you might need to. You might be nice and flexible like that. So we just hug the knee, and we're just gonna kind of lean the chest forward a little bit. Nothing big, without any straining. Just nice, low effort. Very low effort, but some length and this sensation of the hips, this squeezing in the lower body. Just drawing up and out of the hips, as well as down and in. Hearing, nice, seeing, aware of thoughts. Maybe not all at once, but coming and going, different sensed or experiences. Nice and easy, really mild amount of effort is what we're practicing here. Like that diligent but light effort that feels like self-care, right? Feels like taking care of. That's what we're really practicing. Let's try this with both legs long And this might mean both knees are bent, or it might mean you're in a chair, but let's try just leaning our heart a little forward. And then the neck, let's just let the neck rest. Just let the neck be long. It doesn't matter how close I am to my legs. What matters is just this little bow and this little bit of length that's happening, but it might be a strong sensation. So I really might have to do it a different way if things feel like they're pulling, because we don't want to try to really even stretch things. We really just want to let what wants to lengthen, lengthen, and what wants to squeeze, squeeze. And my intention is one of kindness and self-care, compassion. Again, we can do, may I be peaceful and at ease. May I be free from fear and suffering. May I know the source of joy, the roots of joy. Good, and let's come slowly up. Good, now we're gonna get ready to rest, or to practice mindful awareness on our backs, I'm gonna say, because we're not really gonna take a nap, but we're gonna practice in the lying down position. So I'm gonna turn to the side over here. I'm gonna lie on my back, and you could find a position, and we'll take a few more movements too. So lying on your back. Oh, there's a big bee's nest right up above me. We'll wish for the best. We'll hope for the best. Oh, wow. I hope it doesn't fall on my head. Oh, wow. All right. I think you should lie on your back, and I'm going to find another little location. So you lie on your back, and I'll talk us through this while I move, because I'm literally under a giant bee's nest that I just noticed. So let's just have you sort of relax on your back, and we have just about 10 minutes. So this is the perfect amount of time for a little relaxation on the back, mindful awareness in lying down. Now, of course, mindful awareness in lying down is, in a way, and we think of it as easy, but in a way it's more difficult than mindful awareness in standing or seated, because of the way your spine and your brain are aligned. So just be aware of that if you find it hard and you're thinking, why is lying down hard? That is the reason. That is one of the reasons. It's just inherent in the positioning. But as you're lying on your back, and as you're sensing the solidity of the earth right underneath, you're aware of the heaviness, right, of the bones. And this might mean that you have to, you need to take another movement. You know, maybe the body isn't ready to settle in, and you're like, oh, I need to do this or that. And so you should do that so that the body can settle in. And maybe it means putting the legs up in the air, or maybe it means resting with the legs up the wall. Whatever it means, just so that the body can sink in a bit and feel a bit soothed. I'm going to turn my camera off, as it is a little distracting, and you'll just hear my voice. So just squeezing the buttocks, the hips, and pelvis for a moment, so you can tighten the lower body, even the legs and feet and knees, just giving them a bit of a squeeze. Nothing crazy, but just a little squeeze, and then releasing the muscles of the lower body. And in the same way, the upper body, just giving a squeeze to the hands, making them into fists, and maybe the shoulders. You could draw the shoulders up toward the ears, squeezing them, and then letting them rest. And in the same way, the face, I think, giving it a squeeze, right? Making like you tasted a lemon or something, and squeezing the face. We stuck the tongue out earlier, but squeezing cheeks and nose, bridge of the nose, lips, Really wringing out the face for a moment, and then resting the face. And making any little adjustments you want to make before we do this just really easy body scan. Right, so letting the body kind of settle, and again, just feeling that heaviness of the body at rest. And then just setting a gentle intention as much as is possible to remain awake as we just move awareness gently into the body, just touching into the different parts, right? So let's bring awareness down to the right foot and just let awareness touch into the right toes, the right big toe, and all the way to the right smallest toe. Let them just touching in, as well as the ankle, right ankle, heel, ball of the foot, the arch, just touching in. Or you might just feel like you're just touching into the right foot as a whole, and you might feel like, gosh, I don't feel anything, but that's the point. You just make this little bit of effort to touch into the right foot. Or maybe you feel very much in the right foot. And then coming up to the right shin and calf in the same way, just visiting, just awareness, just easily, pretty effortlessly, right? Visiting the right calf and shin. And then the right hip and buttock, just touching in. And then like the pelvis and the tailbone. And inside there, right, there's like reproductive organs and kind of genitals and like all these systems within. And we don't really have to think about that, but just internally, right? Because you're not a hollow, not completely hollow, right? So there's all these incredible systems within the lower body, and just touching into those systems and getting a sense of sensation in the gut, in the lower gut, just a sensation. The mind might do things, but just a sensation as we travel our awareness from the pelvis and tailbone just down into the left thigh and left hip, right? Just visiting for a moment, right? Without a sense of rush, just touching in. Left thigh, left hip, and then left knee, inside, outside, all around left knee. Left shin and calf, left shin and calf. Left ankle, left heel, left toes, big toe to smallest toe. Everybody's feet and toes similar but different, right? The inside, outside of toes, heel, part of the foot. And then sense both legs if you can, just sort of gently, gently at once. Both legs, both hips, both ankles, all the toes. Now let's run awareness up from the tailbone, the base of the spine, up into the mid body, right? The torso, upper abdomen, solar plexus, sort of the waist line, as well as the solar plexus. And then sort of letting awareness kind of stir upward toward the diaphragm. Right, sensing the easy breathing as we let awareness inhabit the rib cage. Solar plexus and rib cage. Let's see what sensation is like here. And what kind of care can be present. Even in this body scan, what kind of kindness, what kind of really gentle kindness you can generate. As we let awareness rise up, we're directing awareness, letting awareness move up to the heart, just visiting the heart, the way you would visit a friend's home, right? Maybe you bring flowers, a little gift or something, a treat, you bring that kind of attitude into the heart, like the gift of presence of awareness into the heart. Or you light a candle in the heart to visit the heart, to let what's in the heart be known, to let what's in the heart be known today to you. just to you. Let what's in my heart be known to me today. We brighten the space of the heart with just easy, generous breathing, just brightening the space of the heart. The breaths don't have to be big, right? But they need to nourish us, don't they? You might find closing up one nostril with one finger might help to have the breath feel more nourishing. And you could try that as you draw nourishing breaths into the heart in whatever way that works for you. Nourishing the heart. And letting awareness extend from the heart out to both palms. Maybe one at a time, first to the right palm, and then to the left palm. From heart to palm, through the shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers. Just taking some time to sense into shoulders, toward the neck, through the face, skull, crown of the head, eyes. There's no right order to do this in, just letting awareness move to just touch into what you feel like is like, well, that might be the brain, right? Inside the head. Eyes, right? Face, jaw, teeth and gums, lips, nostrils, skin. Can you sense the skin? Maybe it's easier if you're outside like me and you sense, I can sense the wind, the breeze on my skin, that sensation. This easy feeling and just letting there be a bit of rest as we rest in awareness of sensation, of hearing, of easy seeing, of thoughts, sure, of taste as well, of scent, of smelling as well, of smelling as we come back to, this day and the service that this day brings. Right, so we move from this practice into just looking a little bit forward toward the day, toward the rest of the day, and bringing some of this beautiful calm and nourishment into it. So we'll just kind of button the practice right here, whether you're on your back or you're seated or standing, imagining or actually bringing your hands to the body in prayer position, or just to hold the heart, or to touch the face, or to touch the ground, and acknowledging that you gave this care, this time, this care to this body, mind, cultivating this beautiful relationship to practice, and just bowing to each other in that we hold each other in this practice, this Sangha, this community, these communities we move in, and we just thank each other for this time. And thanks to HeartWell too, for the greater container, of holding all of us in this practice. So we bow to Juan and to Sandy and everyone who helps to hold together the weekly practices and the courses and everything. And so I'm pretty sure Delia will be back next week, and I'll be here too to practice with you. So thanks everyone. Take some time to really just feel the fruits of your practice. It's a good time to have a cup of tea and just sort of feel the fruits, of what you did. And thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks.
Much love to you. See you next week.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Nirza. See you soon, everyone. Stay safe and well. Blessings to your loved ones, to your animals, to your plants.